Okay, Baja Recap in under 3 minutes. I'm going as fast as I can. Started from Mexicali and went all the way to La Paz. It took a few days. They were right in from Mexicali going south. Um, that day there was no gas, and so you really had to pay attention. The first place to gas up was in San Felipe. I probably had half a gallon left. The very next places to refuel was San Luis Zaragoza. That's where I stayed that night. Slept on the beach, paid for camping. There's a restaurant there, a gas station, and the restaurant convenience store runs the camping along the beach. The next day, that was on the Gulf side, the Sea of Cortez. The next day I crossed across the peninsula and then halfway back across to a place called San Ignacio. That's where I got to see the gray whales in the UNESCO World Heritage Site called Vizcaíno Preserve something or another. Minute 15, doing good. So I stayed there a few days. Canadian gentleman ran the bed and breakfast, RV park, camping area that I stayed at. I camped 2 nights. I stayed in the hotel the first night because it was raining. I didn't want to set up my tent in the rain on wet ground. Call me a baby, or bebe if you want. Let's see, after I left there, let's see, halfway across, then you're crossing back to the Sea of Cortez, and I went down to the final destination that day was Playa Ligui. That was one of the places that I stayed for free on the beach, didn't pay. I was one of 2 groups of people staying on the beach. It was an RV and then me. I camped on the beach for free, I think three times so far on this trip. Nothing has ever, nobody's ever bothered me. The only trouble I've had are the local dogs. One of them wanted to mark their territory, peed on the front wheel of my motorcycle, as well as I was laying down in bed, came up to the front door of my tent and was barking its head off until I barked back and growled back at it. Next day, only got 30 seconds. Next day, went all the way to La Paz, crossed across the peninsula again, and then back to La Paz. I stayed at a beach called Comitán, just on the edge of town, like entering town. The next day I went into town, checked out the ferry, make sure I had everything under control, found a hostel to stay in that night, played soccer that night with the locals. That next day met up with the guys from the whale watching on the ferry, and that's the end. Bye.